Believe it or not, the way you react to a woman's gaze can be the difference between her wanting to get to know you or forgetting about you in an instant. Most men react the wrong way. Either they look away too quickly, showing insecurity, or they stare for too long, coming off as weird. But there's a simple technique that can turn a casual glance into a silent invitation for her to come closer. And if you know how to use it the right way, you can make her feel like she needs to learn more about you. Want to know how? Stick with me until the end of this video. Stay calm and hold eye contact. You know that moment when you're walking around at a cafe or even in the grocery store, and you notice a woman looking at you? Your heart races. Your mind goes wild. Now what? What does this mean? Most men panic and look away instantly. But guess what? That's the worst thing you can do. If you really want to make an impact, stay calm and hold her gaze. Holding eye contact for a few seconds exudes confidence. Women pick up on these subtle cues instantly, and a man who can maintain eye contact without looking nervous gives off an aura of security and self-worth. But take it easy. It's not about staring at her like a predator. Your look should be relaxed, natural, and never come across as if you're begging for attention. A calm confidence always speaks louder than any rehearsed pickup line. Now picture this. She looks at you, and instead of looking away in a hurry, you hold eye contact for 2 or 3 seconds, give a subtle smile, and then casually glance elsewhere. This simple move shows that you noticed her gaze but aren't desperate for validation. It creates a sense of mystery and control, 2 things women find incredibly attractive. On the other hand, if you break eye contact too abruptly or look down, it can come across as insecurity. And you know what happens then? If she was testing your confidence, you just lost points without even realizing it. So next time this happens, take a deep breath, maintain eye contact, and let your posture do the talking. Whoop. Read the signals correctly. Now, not every glance means romantic interest, okay? Sometimes it's just curiosity, a polite gesture, or even a test to see how you'll react. Many men assume that any eye contact is a sign of attraction, but the truth is, women's signals are more subtle. The key is to pay attention to the context and what she does right after. For example, if she looks at you and then glances downward, it could be a sign of shyness or interest. This gesture is common when a woman doesn't want to make it too obvious that she's intrigued by you. However, if she simply looks away to the side with no other reaction, it's likely that it didn't mean much. The trick is to notice if she repeats the glance a few times. Another crucial factor is body language. If, besides looking at you, she plays with her hair, touches her neck, or leans slightly in your direction, these could be clear signs that your presence sparked something in her. Small gestures like a subtle smile or a slight posture adjustment say far more than words. Your role? Pay attention to these signs without jumping to conclusions too quickly. So, have you ever been in a situation like this and weren't sure how to react? How did you handle it? Drop your experience in the comments. Your insight might help other guys understand these signals better and feel more confident next time. 3. Respond with a smile. If you noticed a woman looking at you and felt like there might be some interest, the best way to respond is simple, with a smile. Sounds basic, right? But this small gesture has a huge impact because it conveys charisma, confidence, and approachability without you having to say a single word. The biggest mistake many men make is reacting with a neutral or cold expression, missing the chance to deepen the connection. But not just any smile will do. It needs to be natural, subtle, and not overdone. A forced or exaggerated smile can come across as fake or even a little desperate. The ideal smile? A slight, effortless one, just enough to lift one corner of your mouth before fading away. This kind of expression adds a touch of mystery and makes her more curious about you. Timing is also key. If you smile the moment she looks at you, it can seem too eager. The trick is to hold eye contact for a second and then let a small smile form when you sense she's still interested. This precise timing creates a magnetic energy and makes the interaction more engaging. Men who master this kind of body language develop a natural charm that draws people in effortlessly. A simple smile can be the trigger that makes her initiate a conversation or move closer to you. So, next time a woman looks your way, remember this. The right kind of smile can turn an ordinary moment into the start of something interesting. 4. Use body language to your advantage. The way you carry yourself after noticing a woman's gaze says much more than you might realize. Before you even say a word, your body is already communicating something. And believe it or not, confident. Posture can either keep her interested or make her lose excitement. Here's a simple trick. Keep your spine straight, shoulders relaxed, and movements controlled. These small adjustments make your presence feel stronger and more charismatic. On the other hand, if you fidget too much, break eye contact too quickly, or shift positions abruptly, you might come across as nervous. Instead, take a deep breath, plant your feet firmly on the ground, and let your gestures flow naturally. The more relaxed you appear, the more authentic your impact will be. Another detail that makes a difference is the direction of your body. If you unconsciously lean slightly in her direction, without being intrusive, it shows interest without the need for words. But if your body is turned away or positioned too distantly, it can signal disinterest, which might make her lose motivation to keep the eye contact going. Small adjustments make all the difference. And here's one more powerful trick: a slight upward nod when you notice her looking. This gesture conveys confidence and adds a bit of mystery, encouraging her to keep paying attention to you. Tiny. Details like this can turn a simple exchange of glances into something much more intriguing. 5. Wait for the next look. After the first eye contact and your subtle response, what happens next is crucial. Most men feel the urge to act immediately, but one of the most powerful secrets of attraction is patience. If she's really interested, she'll look again. And that second look, that's a strong sign that it's worth taking the next step. Now, here's an important detail. Don't stay locked onto her, waiting for confirmation. If you keep staring, trying to analyze her every move, you'll come across as desperate for validation. Instead, relax and go back to whatever you were doing. This shows that you're not just standing there, desperately trying to get her attention. The interesting part is actually the opposite, letting her feel the need to earn your gaze again. If she looks again, it means your presence sparked something in her. At that moment, the game changes. She starts wondering what's special about you, why you didn't react immediately like most guys, and what your next move will be. This little dose of mystery makes everything way more intriguing before a single word is even spoken. But what if the second look never comes? No big deal. Not every glance has to turn into something more. What matters is that you handled it like a confident guy who doesn't make impulsive decisions. Real attraction happens when a woman feels she needs to win your attention, not when she realizes she already has it without any effort. 6. Make a move. Without seeming force. If you've exchanged glances more than once and the signs have been positive, this is the right moment to take action. But be careful. How you make your move can make all the difference. The key here is to be natural and authentic, without seeming like you're following a scripted routine or trying too hard to impress. The best approach is simple and casual. A comment about the environment, something that just happened nearby, or even an interesting detail about her, without exaggerated compliments or cheesy lines, is more than enough to start a conversation. The goal isn't to convince her of anything, but to create a genuine connection. Men who can start a conversation effortlessly come across as much more confident. Another common mistake is approaching with too much urgency or high energy. If you seem too eager to start the conversation, it can kill the entire mood set by your previous eye contact. Instead, keep a relaxed pace, maintain a steady tone of voice, and hold confident eye contact. This makes her feel like you're in control of the situation and that the interaction is unfolding naturally. And if she doesn't respond the way you expected, no problem. Not every interaction will turn into something bigger, and a truly confident man knows how to handle any response without losing his composure. Showing that you're comfortable with yourself, no matter what happens, reinforces the idea that you're a guy who doesn't need to prove anything to anyone, and that alone is incredibly attractive. You've spent so much time trying to win over that one person who seems unattainable, haven't you? Now is the time to let go of that frustration and open yourself up to knowledge that can change everything. This method was designed for men who deserve more. Men like you. Imagine what it would be like to receive the attention and affection you've always wanted, naturally and effortlessly. This isn't some far-off dream. It's something you can achieve once you understand what really works. Want to know how? Click the link below in the comments and watch the video that reveals everything. There's nothing to lose, only the chance to finally get what you've always wanted. Know when to end the interaction. Knowing the right moment to end a conversation is just as important as starting one. Many men, when they realize the interaction is going well, try to drag it out as long as possible, afraid of missing an opportunity. But here's a secret. Leaving at the peak of her interest might be the best move. It keeps her curious and eager for the next encounter. The ideal approach is to end the conversation before the initial spark fades. If the exchange was positive, wrap it up smoothly and confidently. Something like, "It was great talking to you, but I've got to get going," sends the right message. You have an interesting life, and you're not just hanging around waiting for attention. This small detail naturally boosts your attractiveness. On top of that, knowing when to leave creates space for her to want more. If the interaction drags on too long, it can lose its impact and become predictable. The trick is to exit while her curiosity is still high, ensuring that you leave a strong and memorable impression. And if there's mutual interest, simple. Suggest another way to stay in touch without making it feel forced. It could be exchanging social media or casually mentioning a cool place where you could meet in the future. The most important thing is that the farewell feels natural and effortless. Men who master the art of leaving at the right moment are the ones who stay on a woman's mind the longest. Now tell me, have you ever messed up the timing when leaving a conversation? Drop a comment below. Oh, and if you want more tips to improve your game, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. The next video on your screen right now has even more strategies to boost your confidence and attract any woman. Click it and check it out.